up, cinephiles? This is Dominic from Film Overload, the channel where we talk about movies, pop culture, and everything in between. And today we are taking a look at David O. Russell's newest film, Amsterdam. Yes, the movie that everyone seems to be dreading really badly. And I, unfortunately, am joining the party. This movie was talked about very highly in terms of potential Oscar nominations, potential like award season pushes, and this movie just fell right on its face really badly. At the start of award season this year, there were two movies that I thought could really do some damage at the Academy Awards. The first one is Damien Chazelle's Babylon, which I will be reviewing hopefully when the movie drops in a couple of weeks, and Amsterdam. And I think it's safe to say that this movie will not be receiving any consideration from the Academy, which is a shame because I think on a lot of people's lists this year, this was up there for the most highly anticipated movies of the year. I think that people were expecting that David O. Russell magic again. The same director who directed movies like American Hustle, which I think is a great movie, and some other really prominent, well-known movies. So people really thought that they were going to get some of that David O. Russell magic. The main selling point of this movie is the incredible ensemble cast that O. Russell curates. I think he really got a fantastic cast for this movie, loaded with Oscar winners, Oscar nominees, and hopefully future Oscar nominees. But unfortunately, because of the way the story is written and the way it's presented, the actors almost try to overact, which is usually the sign of a kind of a messy plot or a messy script. And I really think that this movie has both. The story is all over the place. It really doesn't know how to. It really doesn't know how to speak to its audience very well, and the audience responded to that fatal flaw. It's almost nightmarish if you think about it. It really is unapologetic for being chaotic and messy, and it doesn't. Again, it doesn't apologize for being that way. Another really big issue with this movie is that I think O. Russell tries to cram too much into the narrative. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of things that you have to pay attention to in order to fully understand. I know that's a turnoff for some people. I really think that there's just a little bit too much going on. In fact, there's a lot. There's way too much going on. And if you would have probably toned that back a little bit, I think this movie would have been a lot more easier to understand, which I think a lot of people really didn't understand the full story, and I included. I thought the story was incredibly messy. A lot of plot holes, in my opinion, a lot of things that just didn't make any sense or just didn't flow right or just didn't gel together, and that's the majority of this film's very tedious runtime. However, there is one bright spot to this movie, and that is the cast. Again, even though the story and its elements were not as grand as people would have liked, I thought for what they were given, the cast really tries to sell you on this story. And it's always nice seeing actors like Christian Bale, like Margot Robbie, like John David Washington, like Robert De Niro, like Anya Taylor-Joy, like Rami Malek. It's just nice seeing a good cast of characters come together and be on screen together. Like we all have those ideas of like, oh, what if this person was in this movie with this person, and things like that. So really, that's really the only highlight in this movie. That's really the only highlight in this movie for me. So that's it. That is my review of David O. Russell's Amsterdam. Again, 2022's biggest disappointment for me. I think a lot of other movie fans and cinephiles out there who are really looking for that David O. Russell magic and just really didn't get it in this film. I really think this was a hit, or this was a missed opportunity from David O. Russell. I really think he could have delivered a lot more than what we were given. I think with his talent, he could have made a much better film, but unfortunately, it just didn't happen. And again, every director has one movie that just doesn't work, and I think this will be O. Russell's one movie that doesn't work in his filmography. And as always, guys, you can follow me on Letterboxd, which is right there. It'll also be in the description below. I usually post my reviews on there as well, and it'll also have links to this video that you are watching right now. As always, happy movie watching. Take care.